Hello everyone, my name is Greg and today I prepared for you 6 questions from the flight planning exam in the last 60 days across all authorities. Topic for today is ATS Flight Plan. Question number 1. In the ATC Flight Plan, item 15, a cruising speed of 470 knots will be entered as Kilo November 470, November 0470, 0470 Kilo, or November 470. Item 15 in the ATS Flight Plan consists of 3 elements: the cruising speed, the cruising level, and the route. In the cruising speed box, we should enter the true airspeed for the initial part of the flight or for the entire route. There are 3 possibilities to make that entry depending on how the task has to be expressed. The first option is to provide it in terms of kilometers per hour. In this case, we should enter kilo followed by 4 digits, for example, kilo 0790. The second option is to express the task in terms of knots, where letter N is followed by 4 figures, for example, November 0420. The last and third option is to make this entry as the Mach number expressed by letter M followed by 3 figures indicating Mach number rounded to the nearest hundredth, for example, Mach 078. Therefore, the correct answer is answer number 2. A cruising speed of 470 knots will be entered as November 0470. And this answer is correct. Question number 2. If your destination airport has no ICAO indicator, in the appropriate box of your ATC flight plan, you write 4 Zulus, 4 Alphas, 4 X-rays, or 4 slashes. So, whenever the location, whether it is departure or destination, doesn't have ICAO 4-letter location indicator, we need to insert 4 Zulus in respective item. In this case, we need to specify the name and location of the aerodrome in item 18. This entry has to be preceded by 3 letters, namely Delta Echo Papa, so the shortcut from departure, followed by a slash and appropriate information regarding the aerodrome. So the correct is answer number 1. If there is no ICAO indicator, the appropriate box of the ATS flight plan has to be filed with 4 Zulus. And answer number 1 is correct. Question number 3. For an ATC flight plan filed before the flight, the indicated time of departure is the time at which the flight plan is filed, the time of takeoff, the estimated off-block time, or the time overhead the first reporting point after takeoff. The information regarding time of departure we have to provide in the item 13, departure aerodrome and time. If we are filing a flight plan before departure, then in item 13 we have to insert the EOBT, estimated off-block time. It is the estimated time at which the aircraft will commence movement associated with departure. In case a flight plan is submitted from the aircraft in flight, then the given time should be the actual or estimated time at the first point to which the flight plan applies. Since the question asks for a departure time for a flight plan filed before flight, the correct answer is answer number 3, the estimated off-block time. And this answer is also correct. Question number 4. The field UHF in item 19, supplementary information of the flight plan form means that the aircraft is equipped with an emergency radio capable of receiving and transmitting at 121.50 MHz, 243 MHz, 234 MHz, or 125.10 MHz. Item 19 contains a variety of supplementary information grouped into 3 categories: endurance, persons on board, and emergency and survival equipment. The latter one is further divided into 7 subcategories, namely radio, survival equipment, jackets, dinghies, aircraft color and markings, remarks, and pilot in command name. In radio subcategory, you can cross out uniform if UHF on frequency 243 MHz is not available, Victor if VHF on 121.5 is not available, or Echo if emergency locator transmitter, the ELT, is unavailable. If you have any doubts which UHF frequency is dedicated for emergency transmission, just remember to multiply the emergency frequency 121.5 times 2. So the correct will be answer number 2. The field UHF is the fired UHF in item 19 indicates that aircraft is equipped with emergency radio capable of receiving and transmitting at 243 MHz. And answer number 2 is correct. Question number 5. In the ATS Flight Plan for a non-scheduled flight, which of the following letters should be entered in item 8, type of flight? X-ray, Golf, November, or November/Sierra. So in item 8 of the flight plan, we should specify 2 things: flight rules and type of flight. Regarding flight rules, we can insert one of 4 letters: India if we intend to operate the entire flight under the instrument flight rules, Victor if we are going to operate the entire flight under the visual flight rules, Yankee if we initially going to fly under the IFR followed by at least one subsequent change of flight rules, and Zulu if we initially intend to operate under the VFR and then change the flight rules. As for type of flight, we have 5 options: Sierra for scheduled air service, November for non-scheduled air transport operation, Golf for general aviation, Mike for military, and X-ray if other than any of the above. So, as you can see, the correct letter for the non-scheduled flight is November, answer number 3. And this answer is also correct. Let's move to the last 6th question. For a repetitive ATC flight plan, RPL, to be used, flights must take place on a regular basis on at least 10 occasions, 20 occasions, 30 occasions, or 50 occasions. The main purpose for repetitive flight plans is to make flight planning easier for operators who regularly operate the same scheduled route between 2 aerodromes. And since there is no new flight plan for every flight, it reduces also workload for air traffic service units. The repetitive flight plan is used for IFR flights operated on the same day of consecutive weeks on at least 10 occasions, or for flights operated every day on at least 10 consecutive days. So the correct answer is answer number 1, 10 occasions. And this answer is also correct. Thank you very much for today. I hope you enjoy and see you next time.